Very difficult for action people to get funding because we don't fit into the tick box in there. If you're this or that, or, and if you don't fit into those categories, you generally don't get funding because even though action films, I'm sure you guys know, make money worldwide, we don't really get much recognition as an art form, and I think that action is a really hard thing to do well. It's easy to do anything badly, and it takes just as much time. So what we did is we started running these courses there. Igor would come down from Sydney to Canberra, and we would start taking people through an intro to stunt course, so you would learn all the basics thing, and a lot of the time you have to break down the way you do things normally and make it more stunt orientated. And then we started meeting more and more people. We've had Richard Norton come to the studio, we've had Benny the Jet come to the studio, and working and training with guys like that. It's just like, these are guys you grow up watching and thinking you'll never ever meet. And then when you meet them, you realise they're just men or just women. They're no different to anybody else in this room, they're no different to anybody else anywhere. The difference is that they were dedicated and they worked really hard for it. So what we really try and do is we try and run monthly courses where Igor comes down. We do different courses as well. We try and make it more stunt specific, but you have to do an intro course because it's just dangerous otherwise. A lot of people, because the one thing we never question is your courage. We never ever say, it's never about how brave you are, because that's not it. You know what I mean? It's about how precise you are. It's about how can you do it over and over again. Can you do it cleanly? Can you do it safely? Can you get back up and do it one more time? Because as you guys know, and everybody else here knows as well, if someone gets injured, that's kind of it. Everybody sort of slows down for a while. So we do that. The other thing that we do is we found it very, very difficult when you're doing action sort of stunt things. You're trying to do something very safely but make it look dangerous. What we found in the very beginning is you've got to make friends with a lot of people. You've got to, and here's the thing, is never ever burn anybody on your way up, because they're the ones who catch you on the way down. You be friendly to everybody. If somebody is doing something you don't necessarily like, you don't have to be bad about it, you don't have to be mean about it, because you never know, they might be nothing now, they might be the guy making coffee on your film set this week. In 2 years' time, they might be directing the film that makes you where you want to be. So you just got to make us friends with as many people as possible, and then pool the resources as much as you can and try and keep those costs down like that, and just go for it, man. People will tell you not to, people will tell you you've got to do it this way, you've got to do it that way, but as long as you're being safe with your people, man, we would have those guys doing crazy stuff, I call Harley the world's greatest stuntman, that's sorry. But, people who are really brave and really willing to do things because they also want to get exposure. You've got to find people who have as much passion and desire as you and probably don't want the money, I'll sign on to projects and I'll work on projects for nothing if I like the project, if I think it's got something that's going to happen. And you'll find there's a lot of people out there who'll do that, and a lot of camera operators, a lot of lighting people will do it if they really like what it is. But make sure you've got a good script, because no matter how much flipping and all that sort of stuff you put in there, if the script is, the film is going to come out average, do you know what I mean? So you just got to put that effort into there. So you just got to align yourself with people who are similar and who really want it as bad as what you do, and also leave the ego out of it. I think the biggest problem that happens in film is people put themselves before the project. It's not about you. It's never about you. It's always about the project. You know what I mean? You need to get yourself out of the picture a bit.